How are you today? Has anyone asked you how you are doing? How you're really doing? Has anyone taken the time to ask you about what it is that you're going through right now? We're in a time right now where a lot of us are struggling just to get by. There's so many things happening all over the world right now that are causing a lot of pain, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of stress. And in a time like this, it's hard to imagine things being different as much as you may want them to be. But I'm here just to ask you how you are doing in the midst of all of this. We see things in the news. It seems like every day there's something different, something more to feed into the stress and the overwhelm. I want to invite you to take a break, to just take a few moments just to breathe, to tune out from all the noise that's going on in the world right now. Because somewhere deep down beneath the surface of all of the chaos, there's going to be a foundation somewhere of hope. Places and spaces that you haven't been to in a while. Places where there was happiness, where there was peace, where there was hope, and looking forward to something better. It's still there. It's just buried beneath all of the noise right now. So I want you to take a few moments with me just to sit in the present. And if you can muster it, just to be grateful for one thing. I don't care if it's even just to be grateful for the breath you're able to take right now. Because I'm telling you, where there is breath, there is hope. And I know you've got things to do, you're busy. You've got a ton of things that you're working on right now. You can barely think about hope right now. But you see, that is the very thing that is going to pull you through the mess that you may be feeling right now. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, whether it be disappointment or grief, things happening with your family, your work, your health. One moment to breathe. One moment to imagine something different. Because if you're not able to imagine it, at least, where's the change going to come? You have to be able to at least imagine something different. Breath, hope, imagination. I want you to think back to when you were a kid, when you didn't have all of these cares that you're concerned with right now, when you weren't watching the news every night, when you didn't have all of these responsibilities. Think about your 8-year-old self. What did you imagine? And I don't want you to get into a place of thinking of like, okay, my life looks nothing like what I thought it would look like when I was a kid, what I imagined. We're not thinking about that. I want you to think about all of the possibilities that you knew were available to you when you were a kid, because you had a future that you were pointing toward, that you were directing toward, right? And your childhood may not have been a happy one. But even if you were going through very rough things as a kid, I want you to go back to that part of you that wished that things were different, even if that's what you have to hold on to. And I want you to just to allow yourself, like you did when you were a kid, to imagine something different. And I'm going to use imagination as a tool right now. Imagine what it is that you wanted, what you thought you could achieve. And, you didn't know the path, the things that were going to be required in order to get there, but you just knew in your heart what was right for you, what your desire was, what your deepest desire was. So you can get into that space for just a few minutes in the midst of all that you're dealing with right now. That's where that glimmer of hope comes from. That glimmer of hope starts to get bigger and bigger until you're able to widen it from that time when you were a kid up and through your life to the present time. Just allow it to expand. Breathe. Hope. Imagine. For just a few moments today. This is just one little exercise in changing perspective, changing the way you feel, changing the way you think, despite all that's going on, all of the chaos and all of the noise. Come back to imagination, hope, and breath. How are you? How are you today? Not concerned about tomorrow or the next moment. How are you right now? This present moment is what matters. Because in this present moment is where you make the decision for whatever change that you want to make in your life. It starts with a decision. It starts with hope. How are you? Peace and blessings.